When you were back at the club again, Shoto had woke you up. It was no surprise it was nighttime already. Seeing the double doors again, with your seal on them, made you smile, knowing everything was still the same. As you stepped out of the car, you see the rest of your pawns, or family as you called them. When they all kneeled and then were back on their feet again, as you made a sign with your hand for them to follow you inside. Hearing the music again, then seeing the lights just made you feel alive, again to be home. The people who usually came to your club at night for the rare entertainment and the other pleasures they couldn't find in the city during the day. Each of them paid their respects, glad to see you well and safe. Most of them you worked for in the past. Looking around your club that was busy with the greed and desire of all the villains you knew. Before you could enjoy yourself with Shoto and Denki, there had been someone standing on the second level looking at you. Almost biting your tongue, then deciding to get this meeting over with, you went to your private room. In a quiet room with a beautiful tomb in the center of it, then lighting a candle next to a portrait hanging on the wall. Tell me why of all days you disturbed my mother's tomb. She always told me to watch over you and your siblings. Don't you have the League of Villains to control, Dad? Being the oldest of Tomura's 5 children was a weight no one could bear, not even you. Tomura looked at you, his oldest child, and all of his children. Tomura could still see their mother. All of them were gifted and very powerful villains in their own right, especially you because of your eyes. Tomura knew you resented him because he couldn't keep your mother from getting sick. No matter what, your mother loved you all very much. She believed in you and all you did was let her fade away, Dad. I just came to see you to make sure you were safe. I'll be leaving now. Before Tomura left, he placed the letter with the jewelry box on the tomb, then disappeared like he always did, taking a breath, trying not to cry because he never did in this room. Finally calm enough now to open the letter. You could see from the writing that it was your mother's. The letter she wrote to you was that no matter what, she loved you, and that she didn't pass away painfully. Also to take care of your siblings and Tomura. Still to this day you wondered how they met, or even got together. Inside the letter was a sketch of the last family portrait that your mother wanted. And you were sad but happy now. Even though Tomura was a horrible dad, he was there for you no matter what and always made sure you were safe. Opening the jewelry box, you find your mother's rings, carefully putting them on as they turned into ring armor, and the next thing in the box was your mother's headband. Putting on the simple black metal diamond headband, you could feel the power of your quirk even more now. Next time I see Dad, I better thank him. Leaving the room after blowing out the candle, then placing the jewelry box on the altar, you safely locked the door behind you. As you walked down the hall back to the club, just then you remembered there was one more person you needed to see. Even though the music and noise from the club sounded like fun, there was something you needed to do. Taking a left in the hallway to your living area of the club, to your home you shared with Shoto and Denki, also one other person. As expected, there were 2 guards at the door. As one opened the door for you, then you seen your baby boy after so long. Gently holding him in your arms, you'll let the other guard leave so you could be alone with your son. Being able to hold your son again made you so happy just knowing that he was safe. As the little one held onto your finger, already you felt how strong he would be, and his quirk. Just think, one day you will be a stronger villain than me. So, this is where you were hiding, Pharaoh. Turning towards the direction of the door, you seen Shoto and Denki standing on either side of the closed door. Already you could see the emotions that Shoto and Denki felt when you were locked up in the cold cell, smiling at them now, just to show them that you were ready for anything like always. Carefully laying your son down in his crib as he slept peacefully, then you walked over to Shoto and Denki. This time you hugged them both a little more tightly. Before you could say anything, Shoto kissed you deeply and passionately, as Denki bit down your neck, enough to leave marks. The three of you were bonded together because of a tattoo that was over your hearts. Shoto was the one to break the silence, and it was the first time he did. So, what is our plan, Pharaoh? Well, Shoto, we need to rest and get more information. Then out of nowhere, Denki grabbed your hand, seeing the armored rings on your fingers. At the same time, Shoto noticed your headband. The looks on Shoto and Denki's faces meant you had some explaining to do. Denki was the next to say something. Pharaoh, is there something you need to tell us? I promise it's not what you think.